Hey guys, it's Bethany again. It's a little later in the evening, so I have to be very quiet, but I did promise a video on my wash routine, and since I didn't have time yesterday, I need to do it tonight. The kids are in bed right now, so I'm going to show you guys what I do. So I have my machine, washer and dryer set up here, and I have a nice little laundry rack over here for drying. And I will show you the detergent I use. I use the 7th generation, the lavender one. That's the best crunchy detergent that I could find. I can't use my own detergent because it does not have enzymes and it is not strong enough. A good resource for picking out the proper kind of detergent that will clean your diapers well enough is the Fluff Love University Detergent Index. And all of those have been tested and measured for their effectiveness on cloth diapers and which types of water and what type of diapers you use. So that's a very good resource, and that helped me to pick this one. And the reason I chose 7th generation is because on the back here it lists every single ingredient and exactly what it is and what it is there for, and instead of just having a generic term fragrance on it, it is fragrance with essential oils. Because when you see the term fragrance on a bottle, that could mean any number of hundreds of different kinds of endocrine disrupting chemicals and additives that you don't really know what you're getting. And a lot of places won't tell you their secret formula. So this is just fragranced with essential oils, and you can also get it without fragrance. But I chose the 7th generation lavender one. So I'm going to pull my Grovia pail liner out over here, out of my diaper pail, and then I'm gonna get us over here. Okay, so before I've washed, I have sprayed all the poop off of all of these diapers. I have unsnapped everything, and I have removed all inserts and opened everything up so that all surfaces can be cleaned. And I've got all my cloth wipes in here too. I've got the inserts. I've got all kinds of different ones, pockets. I've got a few flats in here. And I'm just throwing it all in. And if you have a wet bag, you want to turn it inside out so that the waterproof part is facing out and the fabric is on the inside when you put it into your washing machine. So I'm just going to get all this in there. You want to make sure on your Velcro diapers that the laundry tabs are fastened down. So see, this one is a Velcro, and I have it stuck right here. It's stuck so that it doesn't catch everything in the laundry. So make sure your laundry tabs are squished down nice and tight so that they don't catch and ruin your other diapers. Velcro is great, but that is one of the downsides of it. So I'm getting all my diapers in. I'm going to wash this pail liner with my next cycle, but I'm going to get the majority of my diapers in there. So now, if we look inside my washing machine, we can see that it's not too terribly full. There's not a whole lot in there, but in a high efficiency machine, to get the proper agitation for cleaning, you're going to want to be anywhere between half full to 3/4 full. So after my pre-wash, I'm going to add more in my main wash to bulk it up, and I'll show you that in a minute. So when I go to do my laundry, I'm going to take my 7th generation detergent here, and I'm going to fill the cap to line 3. So I'm using just a little bit of detergent, and in my main wash I will use more. So instead of putting it in the little detergent drawer here that it would go in on a high efficiency washing machine, you just want to dump it straight into the drum. Ta-da! Okay. And now when I go to start it, I'm going to close the door. You want to make sure there are no fabric softeners, nothing oily in there, only detergent, only your diapers. Plus any water softeners if you need those, like borax or Calgon. You don't ever want to use fabric softener because that acts as a coating that coats the fiber and makes your diapers repel and no longer work. So no dryer sheets and no fabric softener, ever. So I'm going to go to a quick wash here on cold, heavy soil with an extra rinse. So in 41 minutes, we will be back and I will show you what to do with it next. Alright, I am back, and as you can see, our wash cycle is done, so I will show you what everything looks like now. Okay, so that got most of the surface crud off. As you can see, it's still a little bit yellow, so we're going to do the heavy-duty deep cleaning now. So I'm going to pull some of these out here, and the goal is we're going to strip them all off the drum. So we're going to peel everything off, fluff it all up. And yes, you're inside my washing machine. So we're going to peel it all off and fluff it all up again, get it nice and separated and opened up, and make sure we're getting all of those surfaces super duper duper clean. I want to see how this one did. Okay, so far so good. Alright, that one was really dirty before. So we got most of the surface junk off. I like to straighten out these hemp inserts because they get a little smushed up and then don't get clean fully if I don't. It's also important to strip off the bottom of the drum too, because on your spin cycle your stuff gets stuck to the side of the drum. So what I'm going to do is, see, I don't have so much laundry in there right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in a few items like my kids' shorts and a t-shirt and stuff. The thing is, you don't want to put in anything larger than the size of a receiving blanket or a large flat diaper. You don't want anything too big, otherwise it'll tangle up in your diapers and then they won't agitate properly and they won't get clean, because in a high efficiency washer you don't have that twisty agitator stick in the middle, and it has to clean itself by rubbing against the other clothes during the wash cycle. So you want to make sure that there's plenty of room for that to happen. So that's why we fill it to about half to 3/4 full, and with nothing larger than a receiving blanket. And again, I'm not adding any laundry softeners. I'm just adding a few clothing items and diapers to get us about, I find my washer works best at about maybe 2/3 full. So that's where I'm going with mine. And your washing machine may be different. It's a little bit of trial and error. And you'll just see and feel how your washing machine does. So that's about how much I have in there right now. You can still see there's plenty of space for everything to tumble and move around. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out my handy dandy detergent again, and I'm going to fill 2 cups full to line 4. So that's a lot of detergent, but with plant-based detergent, according to the Fluff Love University, you want to use it washing hot, because that's how you use plant-based detergents. I use it on my cold cycle anyways, even though I don't really have to, but it just helps, I think. And you double the amount with plant-based detergents. If you're using regular detergent, just use the regular recommended amount. So like maybe 1 full cup. But I'm going to be using 2 since this is plant-based detergents. And again, right in the drum. I'm going to spread it out. I'm going to get another cup and put it in. So I like plant-based detergents. I think the 7th generation works really, really well. The reason I don't use my own is because it does not have enzymes in it, and maybe one of these days I'll figure out how to make a homemade diaper detergent that has cleaning enzymes in it. It's the enzymes that get your diapers all nice and shiny and sparkly clean. So homemade detergents and detergents that don't have enzymes in them will not be strong enough to clean your diapers. Alright, so I've got those in there. It's all fluffed up, stripped from the drum. Everything is free to move again. It's not stuck to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to power wash on mine. So that's my longest, most heavy-duty cycle, and it's 2.5 hours long. So it is a long, long cycle, but it does get my diapers very clean. You want to go for your shortest cycle for your pre-wash on cold, and then your longest cycle on hot for your main wash. So I'm going to take the temperature to extra hot, extra heavy soil level, and maximum spin, and then I'm going to set it to go. So about 2 hours and 46 minutes it'll be all done, and then we'll do the drying. Okay, bye. Hi there, it has now been however many, 2, almost 3 hours, so my main wash is done, and it is time to dry, so I'm going to open up my dryer. Okay, going to be pulling out the clothes and everything that's fabric and throwing it into the dryer. So all the socks, oops, sometimes things get stuck in the little rubber seal right here, and I have to wring them out and stick them in the dryer. But it looks like we got nice and clean, so my cloth wipes are all going to go in the dryer. But my covers with P-Well on them, the waterproofing, those hang to dry on my rack here. So you see my rack, I hang it on like this so I don't stress the elastics, and I leave them there to dry overnight. Usually it doesn't take them terribly long since there's not a ton of absorbency in them. The reason I do that is because if I put it into the dryer, that heats it, and it won't melt it, but it will stress the elastics and wear them out so much faster, because I've done it a few times on some of my older diapers, and there's a marked difference between the elastics on those and my newer elastics. So the elastic in the legs right here, it's stretchy. If that doesn't stretch anymore, you will not get a good fit on your diaper, and it will leak. So you want to be extra cautious about your elastics on your baby's legs. So I just throw in my regular clothes and my inserts into the dryer and hang up my covers, and that's it. And that's how I do my diaper laundry. If this is helpful for you developing a routine, awesome. I hope it is. And thank you.